Hey, what's up everyone? This is Fuberduge with another video review.
You got the touch. You got the power.
Okay, so now we're going to show you what you get when you purchase Beast Hunter's Ultra Magnus. Now, I bought this thing out of Walmart, so it's going to be in pretty good condition. Let's see what it's like out of the box. Okay, so I have here the box. The figure's already out. I'll just show you what the box is like. Okay. So if you look here, it has a nice logo. It says Beast Hunters, because that's what the show's called now. Got a nice Predacon here. It's Transformers Prime. And one thing I don't like about this is they have the transformation wrong. This is supposed to fold back, if you see that. And this isn't plugged in all the way. But that's okay. It talks about the forge of hammer, which I have right here. Go to the side. There you have Ultra Magnus. And it says, the elite Autobot Special Forces Commander is ready to bring the battle to the Predacons with the mighty forge of soulless battle hammer. And yeah, here's his tech specs. Strength he has 10, intelligence is 8, speed is 5, endurance is 9, rank is 9, courage is 10, fire blast is 9, and skill is 6. Have a nice back picture. It says it includes the Forge of Soulless, Battle Hammer, 2 launching missiles, and I'm afraid I lost those. Flip down missile launchers, and those are on his shoulders. Other stuff is just not really important. Another nice picture. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is on the bottom it talks about Grimwing. Don't know if that's super important or not, but for all of you people who like Predacons, there's Grimwing. Okay, so here he is out of the box, and he's looking great. I mean, this guy is just awesome. He looks cool. He looks exactly like the representation of Ultra Magnus on the Transformers Prime Beast Hunter series. And I'm a big fan of this guy, not only because he's great in robot mode, but I think he's great in vehicle mode as well. So now that we're at this stage, I want to show you how this guy transforms, okay? So first of all, you want to take him, you want to sort of unplug this a little bit. Actually, first what you want to do is turn this little shoulder bit around. Do it with this other end. And sometimes it's a little tricky. You have to, come on, know what you're doing. So there we go. So then you take this whole bit with his shoulders and chest, slides down like this. Step 1 done. Now what you want to do is take his head, flip it down, and make sure you have this bit all the way down so this can fit. So you take this down, do that, okay? And that will eventually start forming the front of the truck. Okay, so now what you want to do is fold this up, flap this a little bit here down, take his arms, I don't know if you can see or not, take his arms, okay, flip them around like so. Then you fold these in. Make sure the legs aren't in the way. Here. Fold these in like that. Sometimes these can stick, so be careful. Then you take this and you fold the hands down like that. They fold down just like this. So then, make sure this doesn't go off. These will eventually come in here, but you have to sort of accordion them in there. This came undone. So, they start to come apart to form the muzzle. So you just plug these in like this. And now you sort of see what's going on. plug these in on the top, according them over, and they'll sort of rest, not really plug in, right here. Then you want to take this bit right here, turn it so it's like this. Take this, it's on a ball joint, so move it, and this will eventually plug in up here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here there's a plug-in. I can get it. There we go. And also right here there's a plug-in. Do it on the other side. If it wants to go. There we go. Like that. So now this, it shows on the box that you can't really plug it in, but you really can. So there we go. Plugged in. And you plug these bits in. I don't know if you can see, but right here there's a little plug-in, and then you plug it in right there, and that sort of holds the top in place. Do it on the other side. I already got most of the semi-truck done. Now what you want to do with the legs, you take these down, you fold these bits up like so. Then you take these feet, accordion them in like that, and you plug them in like that, so it sort of forms a trailer hook, and then this just sort of slides up. This comes undone sometimes, so you got to be careful with that. There we go. These fold down, and there we have them in truck mode. Now in truck mode, I think this guy is really good looking, except for one small issue I have. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here, these things just stick out, and it's not very good looking. So I don't know. It's just sort of an annoyance, but I get over it because the rest of it just looks great. Okay, so now what we're going to do is apply the accessories. Now right here, I have this little doohickey. Oh, I have this out of place. It's his little backpack thing, although I never saw it in the series. So, yeah. Also have the Omega Forge. Pretty sweet. Okay, so now what you want to do is, if you want to apply this stuff, you take the Omega Forge and this backpack thing. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here, there's a little tiny slot. And then there's a slot right here. And you just plug that in like this. And it fits pretty nicely and snug. Okay, so we have that done. I take Ultra Magnus here in vehicle mode. And see, there's 3 plugins. 1, 2, and 3. So then there's 3 plugins here too. You take those, you might want to move this down a little bit. Sometimes it comes unplugged. That's another issue I have with this thing. So you do that. You take this and just plug it right in. Put it back up, and there he is. Now I think what I like to do, if I ever display this guy, I take these up, fold them like that, and then put them down. I know it kind of makes him look like a flying truck, but I don't know, I think it looks a little bit better than before. So now in robot mode, how to apply these things, you just take this thing here, and you can sort of unplug this, so it hunches over sort of like that. And you want to take these, rotate them out and around, then flip them like this, so they're sort of like wings. Then what you want to do is take Magnus here, and on the back, you can't really see it, but you have to move these out, and you take this and you plug it in somewhere up here. Anyway, you'll find it eventually. It sort of goes right around his head, the knob. If I can get it. And his arm likes to come off too. See? So take this, plug it in. There it is. You sort of heard it snap. Now, there's only one problem with this, and that he's really back heavy. So he will fall down. So you have to sort of lean him forward like this. And that looks kind of derpy. So if you have this guy and you want to display him, lean him against the wall. There you go. He stands up nice. But if you take him out here, all over. So, yeah, sort of iffy, but he didn't really have this in the Transformers Prime series, so I don't know what's going on with that. And here's the Omega Forge. If you wanted to hold it, just take his hand here, just slot it in there, and yeah, you can hold it, and you can pose him around like holding up like this. So yeah, but if you want to store it on his back, there's just a little hole right here, and then there's a knob on the forge. So you take it and you plug it in, and I don't know if you can see it, but this little slot that you use to plug it in like this, there's also a little gap right here. So take that, and so it sort of fits in there, so it won't really move around that much, and there you have it stored. Doesn't make much of a difference, but yeah, again, he won't stand up. Okay, so in terms of articulation, he's he's really good. Okay, so you got the elbow joint, it moves up and down. You got an elbow swivel, but that's just because it sort of connects right here. You got a ball joint on his shoulder, so that's free range of motion. His head, though, doesn't move around very much. It's on a ball joint, but you can only move it sideways because the other stuff back here is blocking that. So, yeah. His legs, same thing, ball joint on the thighs, knee joint. Although you can't pivot it at the knee at all. You got his feet are on a ball joint, so you can sort of position his feet like so, but you can't do it very far. You can move it back or whatever. It's pretty good though. So, okay, so my overall opinion on this guy, out of 1 out of 10, I'd choose probably an 8, just because of the minor things, but he's pretty good. I mean, yeah, his shoulders are a little bit high, but I don't really care, because if you really want to, you can put these things down for missile launchers. So, you could do that, but I just like leaving them up like this. And normally I would have shown you how those would have worked, but I lost my bullets, unfortunately. So when you plug them in here, you just push it out like that. Doesn't really have a spring or anything. But overall, I think he's pretty good. I mean, he looks like Ultra Magnus. Look. I mean, yeah, that looks like him. The Autobot symbol's in the wrong spot, but I don't really care, so he's pretty good. I mean, for articulation, he's great. The only problem I'd have for the articulation is the knee swivel, but that doesn't really matter. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this guy. So, until next time, this is Fuberduge with another video review of the Beast Hunters Transformers Prime Ultra Magnus. Till next time, keep playing, guys.
Magnus, I heard all about you. You're a beast, aren't you, with your hammer and everything, aren't you? It's Ultra Magnus, sir. You know what? I'm finished. I hate working with you. I'm done. You'll see. I'm never coming back. Ever! I mean it! Never! Never! Never knew we had such an explosive temper before.
You got the touch. You got the power.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe to Fuberduge. He's a beast. Or should I say they're beasts.
Go